I mean, to talk about what tonight meant for y'all.
It definitely meant a lot for us. I mean, our record right now is 8-8, and we've really been struggling with trying to make more than about 30 points a game. And I think just today, just our team and our energy, just today's win altogether felt so surreal, and it was so wonderful. And it was just a great game overall for us.
It seems like y'all really found a way to bounce back following that loss at Acalanes.
Yes.
Let's talk about what the atmosphere around the team's been like since.
I think we've grown a lot closer. I think Acalanes, the game was kind of not like a tear down moment, but I think it just kind of took a hit on our energy. But I think since then we've been able to bounce back, and definitely our team chemistry has grown a lot more during practices and games, and it clearly shows here today.
We had a good couple of days of practice. We emphasizing speed, working together, passing, and we were hitting all cylinders tonight.
Do you feel like the girls are a lot more together now, especially coming off that Acalanes loss last week?
Absolutely. You know, we came back from San Diego. We had a good time down there. Went 3-1, and then we ran into a buzzsaw with Acalanes. So, but I like how we've responded since then, and like tonight, a night like tonight, it's great for us.
Lily, when I was talking with Lily earlier, she was saying Acalanes is kind of like a wake-up call for them a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
Has that been kind of the atmosphere since?
Yes. Well, sometimes, you know, as a team, you don't know that speed exists until you play against it. And then we know, hey, we're not really actually sprinting on the court at times. But these girls are they're very coachable. They're a joy to coach, and I've had a lot of good time coaching this year.
Okay, every time I talk to coach, he talks about playoffs, and when we get to the playoffs, talk about the expectations, because this is compared to recent years past, this is a very different team.
Yes.
It's a very much younger team. You're kind of finding size with Kinsey and O, but just talk about this goal of like playoffs or bust, so to say.
Our coach always tells us, he says, these games prepare us for playoffs. Obviously, playoffs is going to be a lot more competition. It's going to be harder and more challenging for us. But I think just warming up in these games, it's like practice for us, trying to get ready for playoffs, trying to make sure we can do the right moves, and just overall have better team chemistry for playoffs so we can overall win and just pull out and pull through.
And I told them it's playoff basketball from now on. Every game's a playoff team. These teams are all going to be gunning for us, you know, and then we got that important date in February with Freedom. So I told them that you're going to get every team's best game because they're going to come after us. So I really like how we responded tonight. So
you and I, the last couple of days, you and I have talked. You've mentioned when we get to the playoffs, this expectation of making it to the playoffs. When you think about the start, really getting to this point, how it has been kind of a bumpy road getting to this point. Talk about keeping that goal of getting into the playoffs, especially considering y'all are defending B-Val champs for the last decade almost.
Right.
Talk about just keeping that expectation despite what the road has been so far, and how the girls are responding to that now going to the home stretch.
Right. With so little playoff experience on this team, it's hard to preach something that they don't know about. So girls like Riley and Nella, who were there last year, they understand it. So it takes practice because they don't know. And that games like Acalanes, Reardon earlier in the year, you see those are playoff teams, and you know that's the level we need to step up to. Do
you feel as if the girls are and it's more, I guess, playing devil's advocate, but do you feel as if the girls are kind of getting to like where you need to be? I mean, it's a very different team than the last 2 years. Where, you know, last year you had the Patterson twins.
Right.
The year before that was Amanda. There hasn't really been that. Maybe Nella's kind of coming into that. Kennedy definitely when she gets streaky. But do you feel as if the girls are getting to that point where it's like, when you get to the playoffs, okay, now we're exactly where we need to be, so to say?
Yeah, for sure. Like we're getting points from different people, and you know, the defense is where I focus on. And when we play team defense like this, we'll be in pretty good shape.